This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, so let me start it for today. We have already covered the process of investment management, the program and the appropriation request. We have seen how we can create a program structure, in a structure, program definition, program positions, how we can do the program planning, then how we can transfer, how we can copy into the program budget. We have seen how we can create an appropriation request, how we can do the planning and appropriation request, and then how we can manage it through the different status. And then finally, once it's approved, how we can transfer it to PS project. Some basics also we have seen in the PS project, how we can create a PS project directly in CJ20N, my project builder. And we have seen how we can create the template project in CJ91, and then how we can use it in my CJ20N, that is my project builder, to create my operative project. Okay, so that is a overview what exactly we have covered till now. So let us go through of required configuration in the entire process. So first section is investment program, and the second section is appropriation request. Okay, so from the investment program, already the investment type, okay, the program type I have already explained. Okay, and then I'll proceed with the required configuration. Okay, so in today's session, I'll cover investment program configuration. Okay, and then appropriation request configuration. Okay, so here, when we are going for any configuration, the important part to understand the KDS, key data structure. So when you are going for any implementation, you need to understand the KDS. When you are discussing with your business, that time you need to go through of the required solution as per your understanding in the system, and along with that you need to collect all the data in the form of KDS, key data structure. Okay, and you need to keep it that KDS is a part of your BBP blueprint. Okay, so we will go one by one to understand this KDS. So first KDS was program type. Okay, so if you are having a multiple program type, okay, as per your business, let's say you want to go through for your IT business, or there is another real estate business, or is there anything like for other type of investments, so you can keep a different investment program if the process is different. Okay, let's say if you want to automatize the process, or if your planning is different in all these type of program, you can better to keep it separate. So if you are planning for any validation or any proper the field selection, so it will be easy to take it forward in the configuration and the process. So let us move to configuration here. One second, let me open the system here. Okay, and today I'll show you some small understanding of PPM, also portfolio project management. One second, let me take you to investment management. Okay, so here you need to go into the configuration SPRO. Within SPRO, you will see this node investment management. Okay, investment program. Okay, master data. Here we have already gone through user status. We were here on coding mask for position key. Okay, so when we are creating program position, okay, so that we can define some codes as per requirement of my business. In my example, I kept it free without coding mask. So that's why system was not checking. I'll show you here. Let's say if you are going IM22, okay, this is your investment program and position. So when we are creating these positions, okay, here I was entering these codes directly. Okay, I was project underscore department, operation underscore department. Let's say you are having a very huge structure, okay, and you just want to define some coding mask, some codes for your position. So in that case, you need to do the configuration for this section. Okay, coding mask. Okay, coding mask. Let's say I'll come back here again to understand this coding mask. For example, you are having some position, and this position, you are having this position, and this position you want to identify with some code. Okay, let's say your all utility positions you want to identify with UT. Okay, so let's say you want to say it's a UT first. Second, you have defined some codes as per your department. So we have considered the power project department. We have considered generation department. We have considered transmission department. We have considered operation department or maintenance department. So each department we can define a code, or we can define some alphanumerical code. So here we can say 001, or we can say, let's say for my generation department, I can say GENT. Sorry, GENT. So this is the code which I am fixing, but better to keep it as a numerical so that system will get it automatically. So let's say if I'm saying my first code after UT, my first place will define my project department. Okay, so I'm saying it's a, let's say 0000. These four I will keep simple. 00 is my project department. So if I'm saying 01 is my power generation, 02 is my transmission, 03 is my maintenance. Likewise, it is representing my code of department. And further, whatever I'm going to bifurcate again as per my required position, I can say next will be identified as a section. So again, I'm saying it's a 3-digit section. So in this case, if I'm following the same procedure, my first level code will be, let's say, UT. Okay, that is my first level, UT 01. Okay, and then next level will become UT -01 -001. Okay, here in program positions you can use this format. Okay, but very rare company use this coding mask here, because we don't have this much of big structure where you are going for any coding mask. Okay, this coding mask concept, it is used widely in my project. Okay, because we are having lots of objects there and we need to manage accordingly as per the code. So here, this is the place where we need to define the coding mask. Okay, so here I'm representing is E-00. Wherever 00 is there, it is a numerical value, and where I'm considering X value, it is alphanumerical. Means it can be alphabetical, or it can be numerical, or it can be combination of both. So when I'm saying E-00-XXXX, so in place of XXX, I can have the alphabetical or numerical values. Whatever the characters I'm using here, we used to call it as a special character, and we have to define it in the system. So this is the place where we are defining all the special character. In the standard system, you will get all standard special character already defined. Okay, so it is given, you can use /, you can use dot, you can use colon, you can use comma, you can use hyphen, you can use less than, greater than, or equal to. So in my code, I use this one. Let me check what I used here. Coding mask, I have used dash. Okay, so when I'm going to define my code of position, dash will be there.
Rama, sorry to disturb you.
Yeah.
Can we use multiple coding task in this? I mean, the multiple code instead of hyphen only. We can use combination of a different. Because we have mentioned different masking code, right?
Yes.
Can we use multiple here in this?
Yes, you can use whatever. See, whatever the special character you are defining, you can use the combination of both. Let's say after E, you want to say it's a dot. E dot 00 hyphen XXX/00 greater than 0. Likewise, you can define. System will not stop.
Okay,
but it is a more complicated. Better to keep it as simple. That's why I'm going with direct entering. That is also correct way. Not a problem in that.
Sir, one question, please. How about those checkbox we have? And please come to the yes, we have two checkbox, okay, NG and edit. What are those for?
See, edit is this. If you are using this, edit, and if I save, system will not allow me to to create any position without coding mask, I have to go with the coding mask only. System will not allow me without coding mask. Okay, so I'm keeping it as open. I'm not selecting it. If I will save it, system will not allow to change it again. Okay. So
Okay, and the other one?
another one second, because it's a 1 second. Let me check here. Angie, no generic search for coding mask. Okay. Here it is for generic search. When we are going to, let's say when we are going to find out the coding mask in any position. Okay. If you want to define from your side manually, okay, in that case, system will not give you any generic, and system will not give you any generic search. Okay, search criteria it will not give you, so you can avoid it. Better not to use this. It is a very rare case where you just want to go with the with your proposed code. Let's say I'll show you here. When you are going here in coding mask 00, for example, so system will give you 01, then 02, then 03, and then 04. Okay, so it is in a sequence, and if you want to avoid it, then you can go that. Let's say if you want to define your manually, then better not to go with that selection.
And how those setup is related to the PSC coding mask we have?
See, that is a different, both the settings are different. OPSJ, this is for project coding mask. Okay, and here you can see the masking. The concept is same everywhere, whether it is in a project or it is here. The concept is same, no difference. Only the place where we are defining the coding mask is different. So table is different where these all objects are being saved.
Yes, but I have to define the same coding mask, because when I create a measure, this measure will be transferred to PS definition. So we need to have a common definition. Is that?
Yes, but that setting is come within an appropriation request, not in the position. So here I'm talking about the position coding mask, not appropriation coding mask. Because position we are not going to transfer into measure. We are going to transfer appropriation request into the measure.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so this is a fix. You just kept it to fix, and then it will not be transferred anywhere. So that's why I'm saying, as per if your program structure is small, better to keep it very simple and not complicated. Okay. Here we will get in next section. I'll explain an appropriation request, how you can keep it safe. Okay, and next is here are some delete program. You can delete the program, existing programs. Okay, this is some standard program is given. So here IMR3, this is the transaction through which we can delete the program. Okay.
Sorry, delete in the sense after once we create a investment type and program, can we delete this?
System will not allow. No, system will not allow. It is
Only,
the only you have created the program structure and now you want to create it. That's it.
okay.
Okay, if you have created succeeded objects, after that you can archive it. There is another method in the basis. We can mark the object as an archive and we can send it to the archive table. That is a separate thing. But deletion is completely deletion from your table and it will be deleted. Okay, so that's why this transaction is kept in the configuration. It is not given there in your transaction menu. Okay. And next section, planning and program. Okay, so here when we are doing the planning, I'll take you here, go to the accountings, go to investment management. So here you remember in program, we were doing the program planning. Okay, IM 35. So just see whatever we are getting the details here. Let me go to IM 36 to display. Okay. So whatever the settings I can see here, okay, how I can control my overall or my periodic values here, it is depend on my profile which I am given here. So sorry here. So this 1 second please. This. So this is the place where I'm doing this all settings, cost planning. Okay, here you need to come maintain planning profile. Okay, this is the profile which is controlling here. Come here. And here you need to define a profile. You need to go to the new entries Okay, you can define the profile, you can define the text here. Total value, if you want to consider total value, means overall value, you need to select it. I'll open the same profile so that it will be more relevant to understand. This is the profile which we are using here. So here I'm saying total value. Total value means I can see the overall option in my planning. If I'm not selecting it, automatically it will be removed from the option in the transaction. Annual values, if you are selecting annual values, it will show you the annual values, means 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. These years will be available in my planning. So if you go in IW35 here,
How about the past option? Because
I'm coming.
what there? Okay,
I'm
okay.
coming on that point. No problem. I'll address all the issues. No. Okay. So here I'm getting these options because I have selected the annual. If I'm not selecting annual, you will not see all these options. Okay. Then these are the three options are there: past, future, and start. Past means we are in 2020 now. Okay. How many years you want to consider in past to in your planning? Generally in IM planning, it is not more relevant because whenever you are planning for the investment, always it will be for the future, not for the past. But in some of cases, let's say I'm sitting in 2020 in January month and I just want to have the consideration from 19. In that case, it may require, right? So what you can say in that case, past in 1 year. So 20 like 2019, 19 also will be considered in my planning because I'm in 2020, but past is 1 year. Future, how many years I can see in my future planning? So 5 years. As per the organization strategy, it used to be defined that for how long we are going for the planning. Okay, it's 10 years plan, 20 years plan, master plan, 30 years plan, 50 years plan. It used to be happen in the country level also. Like what is the country's master plan for upcoming 30 years? So as per the organization strategy, we have to keep it here the years. Start from which years you want to start, like you want to from which years you want to. If I'm saying here 2 years, 2, then system will start. Future you are saying 5, but when you are keeping it 2, so you are in 2020, system will start from 2022 plus add 5. So 2022 to 2027 system will show you in the system option to manage your values.
So
Okay.
maybe past option is used if you have installed, you have just installed the investment management, and you have already some projects on the way. So you
Correct.
need to inform that you have a past year done, and then you're going to start controlling the project with investment management from now on. Okay, that's the idea.
Exactly, you're correct. When we are going to upload the values, let's say any migration data is also there, you want to keep it as year wise, that time also it may require. Okay, here next is exchange rate type. If you are having a different currency here, controlling area currency, object currency, transaction currency, basically that is a part of CO. And in CO, these all currency used to be mentioned, and exchange rate type also will be mentioned in the CO. Okay.
But normally, what currency we should use? Controlling or best option is
controlling area currency. Again, it's depend. Like if you are cross country, different currency you are using, it may be different also. Transaction currency can be different because you're controlling area, let's say in US, and you are doing some transaction here in India, right? You are across country. Now you need to do the transaction here in India, you need to understand. But here it is not more relevant. It is in PS perspective, it is relevant. When you are doing a project in a different countries cross and you are having one controlling area and the transaction has to be done in the different countries, or when you are importing something from different countries, so in that case you need to do the transaction. That time it will be different.
And that box reminder translate, what is this? Reminder
Translation, translate. Okay, so here exchange rate type, that is a standard exchange rate type M. Okay, we can use that. If you want to go for a specific, you can enter here. Okay, so I'll show you here. M is this one, the standard translation at average rate. So there is one table in controlling CO module. We need to define the rates there, and accordingly system will capture the rates conversion here. For example, if you are USD versus your Euro versus INR versus all these combination has to be defined there. Value date, from which date you are considering this exchange. Okay, remainder translation, remainder, whatever the values are there, remainder. Let's say when you are converting, some remainder will also be there. How you want to convert it, whether you want to keep it as an decimal, how you want to consider. So it is for that remainder translation. Decimal places, how many decimal places you want to consider in your values. Okay, scaling factor, if values are more, you can define the scaling factor. So system will consider as per that. Let's say it's a huge amount, it's not able to fit it in the field. In that case, better to go with the scaling factor. So this is the planning profile, and this same planning profile has to assign into my program type. So this is the program type. Go to the master data, come here, and when you need to define here in plan profile. So system will capture based on your program definition, because in program definition only you are selecting program type. So when you are discussing with your business about requirement, how you are going to do the planning, you need to understand how they are doing the planning, whether overall they are doing, are they doing the year wise, okay, what will be the exchange rate type, whether they want to consider in the decimal values. So these are the things which you need to correlate with your business.
So in the program type definition, I have the same options for exchange rate, okay? Let's see, just okay. Exchange rate type, okay? So if I inform it here, it's override the budget profile, planning profile definition?
No, it's for group reporting. It is for reporting purpose only. So there you are using for the planning, but here it is for reporting. Okay, so here go to the planning again, and next here see maintain planning profile. You are maintaining, immediately you are having node assign planning program type to planning profile. You can assign it here or you can assign it here, it is the same thing. Okay, so here you need to select for which program type you are doing it. This is the program type and this is my planning profile. So you can directly assign, or if you are not assigning here, you can assign here. That is the same thing. Okay, next is version. Okay, version. Okay, define version. Here you can define the version. Okay, what is the meaning of version? When you are doing the planning here, come here. Okay, so you can consider your version 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like I said that when you are doing the planning, you want to keep a separate copy. Later on, you just want to present it as an original copy. So you can have some rough copy of your planning. You can copy from rough to your original copy, and then you can send it further to the management, or you can keep it in the system. So how you can create these versions? Okay, so you need to discuss with your business how generally what is their practice. But this practice is more lengthy. Let's say if you are going for 3 or 4 type of different versions, it will take time. So better to just if it is necessary, then go for the multiple version. Otherwise, you can recommend them. Do your all the calculation out of the system. Once it is done, put it into the system. So that will be easy also. So here is the place where you are defining the version. Version means version on controlling area. So here, let's say
how about those flags? Plan actual, VP variance. How can I set? Because I see that version 0, we have some flags, version 1, different flags.
I'm coming to explain the same thing. I have just opened it. Let me explain. Okay, so here the version 0, version 1, version 2. It's a firm rule in SAP. Version 0 has to kept to collect your actuals. It used to happen in your document control also. Let's say what is your final version? Okay, in generally companies they used to go version 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or how they used to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then final version they are saying version 0. So version 0 is my actual version, means it is my final. So what SAP has given the provision, you keep version 0 for planning, for actual, for WIP, work in process or result analysis, and for variance. This setting is not more relevant to explain with IM program because we are not having here the WIP, RA and variance and all these things. Okay, these same version will be applicable in PS. Okay, there we can analyze all these things. But for me, as of now, the plan is important. So we have selected the plan. So if you see here version 1, we cannot see the actual, right? There is no actual. For version 2, there is no actual. For any version, there is no actual. Only in ABC version, somebody is created is for practice purpose. So that's why he kept it actual. But in a standard system, as per the SAP best practice, in only version 0, it will be available as actual. Okay. And then we need to go for controlling area. These all settings will be done by the CO consultant, not by you. Okay. This is for understanding only. So here we need to come how the 0 version is relevant to us. Go to controlling area setting. Okay, these are the 0, and now for each fiscal year we have to define it here. Okay, you know, go to here, setting for each fiscal year. So I can use this controlling area version for all these years. If it is not defined here, we cannot use in my transaction. Okay, so here I can see version locked means if I'm locking this version, system will not allow to process any transaction. Integrated planning, we can do the integrated planning. Okay, there is a way of integrating the different objects. Okay, then we can select this integrated planning. Copy allowed means you can copy from this version to another version. That is the set we have to do here. Other settings are relevant here. This is related to profit center accounting, setting for progress analysis for project system. Nothing is required as of now.
So the number of years are mentioned in the profile, 3, 4 years. I need to enter here, or is automatically created the years?
It will automatically create the years.
Oh.
Let's say if I'm taking 8 there as a future, automatically system will create 8 years and succeeding 8 years. Okay, next is assign version to approval year or program type. Okay, this is the combination where we need to define it. Okay, this is the approval year for which years, what is the program type, and what is the version which you are going to use. Okay, forward, if you want to use the same version for carry forward, then in that case you can use this forward option. Okay, here nothing is relevant to us as of now. And define authorization level for plan version, no. Assign version for authorization, no. This is only for authorization. I'll come back here. What is authorization? I'll give you just overview on it. Okay. And next is here the budget profile, which we have used in my system. Okay. So when we were going for planning, then we were copying into budget. Okay. So you remember here we were doing this this exercise, this transaction IW. We have distributed directly. Okay, so or we can go into edit here, IM32. Okay, so here we can see the budget. Okay, I can go and display. Yeah, so how we are controlling this transaction, this is from the budget profile. The concept exactly the same, only the settings we can keep different from your planning profile. Come here, go to the define budget profile for investment program. So here is the profile, same thing, no difference. Okay, everything is the same. So here total values we have considered, annual values, past, future, start, decimal, everything is the same, exact same, no difference. Okay, but if you see in the PS, you will see the different difference in the both the profile.
So I can
Now
have different number of years. I can say I'm planning 5 years and the budget will be for 3 years. Is that?
Yes, possible. You can do that.
Okay, strange. Okay.
1 second, please. Okay, so here then you can assign, see this option is given in sometimes you can, let's say if you don't want to go for the planning, directly you want to plan your budget. Okay, in that case, this keeping the separate profile will help you, so that in that case you can have some different planning in budgeting. Assign budget profile to program type. It is the same node. Okay, and you can assign it your program, and budget profile you need to assign it here. Or same as I explained earlier, directly in program type you can keep it here. This is your budget profile. Okay.
See, I have a doubt in that cost element planning. What we are putting the budget figures or
there
just
is no cost element. There is no cost element planning here in IM. We will do the cost planning in PS.
Oh, okay. No, but in the controlling area, we saw that plan and actuals, no? That it is not the budget figures. It is just planning figures, no?
Correct.
Okay.
So here next, the define number range for budgeting line items. Okay, in a standard system, it will be copied from your client 0. No need to do anything here. It is to just show you if you want to keep something different, but it is not recommended. Better you just follow whatever is given in the standard. Okay, next is define a distribution for investment measure. 1 second. So here a budget, this is the important control budget, control of project budget via budget profile program type, control of order budget via budget profile and program type. So what we are doing when we are connecting my PS project with investment program, right? In that case, when we are transferring the budget from IM program structure, means your position, to your PS project, in that case, some relationship of the profile has to be done. So this is the thing here. Specify program type in budget profile. See the same. Let me show you here. This what we are doing here. It is a profile, project profile, and the budget profile. Okay, this is the budget profile, budget program type. Okay, so here we are just doing the assignment. So the same thing you will get there in your. 1 second, I'll show you one more thing here. Define store budget profile and project profile. See, I'll draw it here so that it will be clear. So what we are doing here, see, when we are creating a project, there is a project profile. Okay, this is your PS project profile, and to create this will be linked with budget profile. This is assigned to this like this. Okay, this settings we will understand in PS, and in IM what is happening, we have defined the program type here. Okay, and in IM we have created one budget profile also, which we have seen just now. And this budget profile we have assigned to my program type. Okay, these are the individual settings available in IM and PS. Now we have to assign this program type into budget profile. This is the assignment here. So this program type is assigned to budget profile. Here very ambiguous nodes are given here. Okay, like here we are going one by one, but directly you can do these all 2 nodes directly in the PS in transaction OPS 9. Okay, I'll show you here how you can reach there. To see that, just give me 1 second. Let's say if you want to go in the PS, go to project system. Okay, go to cost, go to budget, go to maintain budget profile. Okay, so this is the profile which we are using, and this is the program type budget. So here directly we have assigned the program type budget, but here they have taken 2 two nodes. First, they are giving the way how we are assigning the budget profile to my project profile, then how we are assigning the project type to, budget program type to your budget profile. So it is the same thing. Okay. Now here, same thing we need to do with the internal order. Let's say if you are using internal order in place of PS project, in that case, same way you need to go into the internal order setting, and that setting will be done by the CO consultant, because internal order basically all settings are relevant to CO only. We cannot do anything there because there are some different parameters which they need to consider by them. So just
how
we
about
need to.
how about
Yeah.
plant maintenance order setup? Because I think we skip it. I haven't seen that.
Okay, so there is a way to assign the plant maintenance, assign of maintenance order. This is the setting here. Okay, assignment, automatic assignment of program positions. Okay, so here you can do the copy assignment here, which maintenance order type you want to consider for assignment. Okay, so there you need to select this copy assignment. Okay, one code has to be defined here, and same code you need to define here and define assignment key. Okay, define assignment key. Okay, so this is the assignment key here, 01 fiscal year. This is a company code wise, you need to consider business area, CO area, and then finally you need to assign it to your order type. Okay, but the question comes, can you tell me any idea where we are going for with the maintenance order assignment here? Only for operation purpose, right? Let's say if you are going to consume some cost in your operations, okay, and where in operation itself you are going with the maintenance, and you are creating a different kind of maintenance order, and in that case you need to assign this maintenance order here to the position. Okay, but if you see generally the way it comes through PS to IM. Okay, as per the best solution here, I'll just give you an idea here. I'll come back then configuration. See, this is the typical example. If you may get some questions in the interview also, please give us some typical scenario when PS and PM can be integrated. Okay, so let's say here is your factory. Okay, here one machine is there. Okay, and here another machine is there, and you have some, you need to perform some maintenance activity in a routine. Okay, we used to call it as a preventive maintenance. Preventive maintenance means these machines used to have the proper plan. After 6 months or after running this much of, we have to go for the maintenance. Like it happens in the car, whenever you are buying any car, then OEM, the maker who has given this, who has the manufacturer, they will recommend for the maintenance. Like if you need to go for the service within 6 months or after completing 10,000 kilometers, you need to go. So this kind of maintenance we used to call it as a preventive maintenance. So what happened when we can generate some orders in system after certain period. These are the PM orders. Okay, PM orders 1, PM orders 2. So let's say in this machine, particular machine, I need to initiate some different orders for, let's say, for electrical work, for mechanical work, for INC work, for other work, for SCADA work. So different orders we have created. Now, yearly, we used to have a plan in the factories or in any plant to go for the maintenance. Okay, so that is a yearly, and we can manage it through project integration, PS, project integration. So whatever the orders we are getting from the PM, we can assign to my activities in the system. Okay, here in PS activities. I'm just giving you some overview, please. Don't consider it's full cycle. So what we can do here, we can have a provision based on my machine. We can generate a PM orders, and these PM orders we can assign to my PS activities. And in PS activities, I can define my resource required. I can define the relationship between the two, between the multiple PM orders, how we are going to do the maintenance, and then we can schedule it. Then we can proceed with the execution of that maintenance. So this is the typical and best example when we are integrating the PM and IM, sorry, PS. Then from PS, we can consider it to IM. That is another way. There are very rare cases where we are going with the PM only in the OPEX project where you just want to consider how much cost you are considering for your PM orders. That's it. Okay, and that is the way how you can assign here. You can create a key, and based on that key, you can map. It's not sufficient to have it here because there are lots of configuration I need to do in the PM. Then only I can come here to do this activities. That's why I have skipped it.
Okay.
Only after only creating this key will not help. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll try to show you after PS finishing, because once you will finish the PS part, then 2 or 3 session I'll take for PM integration, PPM integration, and CPM integration, and some overview on MRS and MSP. Okay, so 1 or 2 sessions I'll take. I'll consider this in that same session. Okay, so now coming back to here I am just explaining whatever we have covered till now and is relevant with IM. We are having lots of other things which is not even sometimes not practical to use in this scenarios. Here in the information system, we are having a standard system. You will get this information system in PS, in IM, and in you will see in the controlling finance. So everywhere these sections you will see to make a changes in your reports. Okay, this is only information. Okay, here you can develop some reports like how we used to have the customized reports. You can have some technical details of the available reports here. Okay, so here these are the activities, some import drill down report, import form. So these, let's say import from client. So this is the transaction import drill down report, and you will not be allowed to import it because it is being imported from client 0. Okay, so the people who doesn't know what is the client 0, let me explain this. What is the meaning of client here? Whenever we are having SAP, we used to have the client within it. Okay, so client, and when they are installing it in all system, let's say if it is your client 800 in which I'm working now, and we used to have the default setting in client 000. Okay, so that is already standard deliverable is given in the client 0. So if you want to get anything from standard deliverable to your current client, it has to be copied to your current client, and this activity will be done by the basis team because you will not have the access of client 0. Generally 99% you will not have. Okay, and then when you are copying it, because in client 0 itself we need to create one transport request and it has to be copied here. So there is one transaction SCC1, through that you can do that. However, SAP has given a procedure. Let's say if you are having authorization, you can directly import the settings from the client 00. So if you want to import a drill down report, already it used to be done by the basis when they are copying entire client to your current client. But in any case, if you are not able to find out, you can see this option. Similarly, import form. Okay, apart from that, I don't think anything is relevant to us here. Okay, so I got one question from one candidate that he was not getting some details in these years. He was not able to change in I think in appropriation request. I'll address that issue. No problem. So let us move to required configuration for appropriation request. Go to appropriation request. Okay, go to master data. Here go to control data. Define screen layout for appropriation request. This is a standard, no problem here, no need to do anything. Special tab layout, no need to do anything. You need to directly see the maintain appropriation request type. So when you are going to create any appropriation request, you can see on the screen on IM11, you need to select the appropriation request type. Okay, so this type has to be created here. Go to maintain appropriation request type. These are the type available here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In a standard delivery, you will see these three only. Order as no, only two you will see. Order as investment measure and project as investment, and that's it. And other than that, too, all these has been created. So what
I think
exactly?
the third one is for I have seen here. The third one is for maintenance order. Could you open it the third one just to see it, if I'm right? I thought that there is plant maintenance information. Below there is a reference to planners. You see? No.
One second.
Okay, I think my system is different. I think I'm in another client. Okay, no. Third one I think is for plant maintenance. Nah? The first one is order, common order. The second is project. The third one is the plant maintenance order.
Okay, so here see it is copied by somebody from 2 and to 3. Okay, it's just replica of 2. Okay, if anything is different, I'll let you know if any additional thing is there. Okay, so go to let's say if I'm going to see the project as investment measure, and here the number range, we can define the number range already, and we can select from this number range. Okay, and here if you want to see the number range where we are defining, you come back here, define number range. Okay, you can consider the same here, whatever is defined, or you can add your own. When you are adding in this appropriation request here, sorry, not here. Yeah. You will get, you can select from here, like 2, 3, 4, whatever. So the same number range will be followed with the request type. Now it is very important, same extension coding mask, same external coding mask plus number assignment as WBS element, same number assignment as investment measure. So this second option is for, let's say if you are following same external coding mask plus number assignment as WBS element. Okay, this is for how we are following. So we are defining external coding mask and then number assignment as WBS element, and it has to be same as WBS assignment which we are transferring to PS. Okay, same number assignment as investment order. Okay, so what you are doing, if you are using any investment order, means your internal order, in that case it will be used. Third is independent number assignment using number range. Okay, it is a independent number assignment using number range, whatever is its internal number range. This is the master planning, which is having this is a master planning master profile, which is having the cost planning profile, revenue planning profile, status profile you can define, which we were getting an appropriation request. Partner determination procedure means how you need to define the approvers here. When we are defining the approvers, we can define here the first function from 1 to 2, and then who's the applicant, then person responsible. Okay, and here integration in planning, program planning, this is a program type to which this appropriation request will be relevant. So it means if you want to create this appropriation request, it has to be within the program and the positions which is created with reference to this program type only. Allowed measure, I can say this is my allowed measure, WBS element. Replace with, we can assign the order also, replace with measures. Copy cost estimate. Copy cost estimate, when we are transferring it to the measure, we can copy the plan values. And this is the project profile which is being used to create a project. Okay, so if you are not using this here, you can directly enter in the appropriation request itself. Here tab layout, this is standard settings, variant control, variant status profile, investment profile. See, when we are going for variant management here in my system, okay, I'll take you to the appropriation request here. 1 second. 1 second, please. 1 second. Okay, so here when we are opening it, so first thing in control data, we can see the status profile here. Okay, one status profile we can assign here. Okay, 1 second here, reject. Actually, when I will go further, because I did not assign, so that's why I'm not getting here user status. Otherwise, I'll get user status profile here. No, I'm not seeing it here. It will come directly from the profile. So here it is a header of the appropriation request, and then we are having variant. So in variant also we can define the status profile. Okay. Here it is coming system status. Near to that we will get the user status profile. So these profile we can enter here: variant status profile and investment profile. This is a separate profile. Number assignment here, how we need to consider the number. Okay, counting by 1, counting by 5, counting by 10s, manual number assignment. This will be more relevant when you are going for like because we already using this one, this number range. Okay, this will be used if you are going with automatic internal number assignment. So in that case, you can define how you want to go with the counting 10, 25, 10, 15s, or continuous counting by 1. So here appropriation request, what exactly we are going here. This is your appropriation request type. We are okay, and it is there are 2 profiles are there. Planning profile has been assigned, which is being used to plan the values in my variant. So this is the profile. Come here. If you go into the maintain appropriation request type here, within it you will see this one, cost planning profile. Okay, this is the planning profile which will be used there. Let us consider the same. Okay, then when you are going to do any changes here, you need to come in the planning. Okay, but before that, let us see some different requirement here. See here, user field. Okay, as I explained, we can have some user field. I have explained in the appropriation, sorry, in the position. Same concept we are having. Enter short description for user field. So here we can define the short text of. Here we can define the short text of user field. Immediately, accordingly, you will get the user field there. 1 second. Here, you come here, go to the user field. So you can change all these fields as per your requirement. Okay, so same concept exactly, and same concept you will see in the PS also. Okay, go to IMG and then define user field 3 and 4. You can define the values there. Specify long text template. Here you can define the specify long text template. Create long text template for appropriation request header. Create long text template for appropriation request variant. Specify template for appropriation request header. Specify. So what you can do, you can create a templates here. Okay, so it means if you are using the similar kind of long text again and again, you can use these templates. Okay, and here in next section is specified templates for appropriation request header. You need to come here and you need to assign this template here. So request type, name, ID, and template. So accordingly, system, whenever you are going to create any appropriation request having the same appropriation request type, system will copy the template text. So there is no need to enter again and again, same thing. So we can see here we can define the appropriation request header or the variant, both. create a long text for appropriation request header using Microsoft Word. So here you can define based on the word also. So you can connect that word here. So text name you can define, text ID is appropriation request text ID template, and let's say test. Create. So you can create your text here. Create account. 1 second, it will take it. Here you can create template, and after saving this, save document. So this is your document. Come back and you can assign it to create long text variant using Microsoft Word. Okay, specify template for application request header. You need to assign it here. Okay, I'll check it. I need to check it because I also not tested it. In this system, I need to check why we are not able to use. I think it's this one. Okay, a template does not exist for the not usable in the word. Okay, I'll check it. I'll let you know why we are not able to do that. It's something different. Okay, next is coding mask for appropriation request number. Okay, this is the same how we used to have in PS. Specify symbol for appropriation request. Maintain coding mask for appropriation request. So here when we are saying the symbol means it is a special character which we are defining. Okay, and if you see here, this transaction is OPSK. That is the same PS project transaction. So we are defining the coding mask common at common place for the appropriation request and the PS project. So table is the same. So whether you are defining this coding mask in the PS or in the appropriation request, it is the same, no difference. So here we can define the special character, then maintain coding mask for the appropriation request number. So here,
Can you go back to the coding mask appropriation?
this is a special number.
No, the first box and what is this? And last numeric character of 6. What
Which one?
the box? Yeah, the first one. What is the purpose of this? Yeah, checkbox.
1 second. No documentation available. This and this you are asking, right? Percent sign.
Yeah.
This percentage sign is for like in short you can enter the values directly in PS.
Short in the sense.
Short in the sense ampersand sign. Without you no need to write the code every time full code. Okay, you can use the ampersand sign. System will consider its parent level and then it will consider as per the coding mask. Okay.
And what is this PL numeric number PL3? The first.
PL3. This is for the number. See, this is the key length. You cannot use more than 3. So if you want to create here a project,
maximum,
so
how much we can increase that?
Maximum, I think it's 5.
5.
The project structure indicator can be 1 to 5. That's it.
Okay.
I need to check this. I'm not exactly why we are using this. 1 second. It's very simple for 1 second. Please let's check better to clarify. Okay, I'll let you know this one. Okay, I also need to check because it's,
Okay, no issues.
yeah, I never think of it. Okay, so maintain coding mask. We can maintain the coding mask here. Then next is planning. Okay, here we can go for the planning. The concept of planning also is the same. We just need to define the planning profile here. Define planning profile for cost planning. So here you come back and define the planning profile. Let's say this is your planning profile. So here we need to say whether you want to go with the total or annual values, past, future, and start. Similarly, we need to enter here. Okay, and decimal places, exchange rate type, costing variant. In simple, in standard one, you will get this costing variant as IM01. Okay, let me see here. What is that given? PMI is PIM1. Sorry, it should be PIM1. But here in system, somebody IM01. This one has to be there. So somebody has created this costing variant. Okay, costing variant basically how you want to calculate the cost. What is the procedure to calculate the cost? Okay, so we can create a variant here. And then this profile has to be assigned to appropriation request type. Okay, so we have defined assigned to appropriation request type, and then we will get it the same control in my variant planning. Okay, and here is the revenue planning. So when we are planning the revenue in the same variant, define planning profile for revenue planning. So this is the profile here. So here we are just saying past or start and future decimal places. That's it. We don't have any conversion and all here. Whatever you are considering the currency at the planning level, that will be considered here also. And if you have selected this annual values, okay, because anyway, when you are going for the summation in the variant, it is giving you provision to summarize, to add, to keep summation at overall. That's it. So annual values, if you have used the same profile, you will not be able to change this number now. And then both the profile you have to assign to appropriation request type. And there was one question when we are going for cash flow management. Okay, if the cash flow management is activated, then only we can go for the pre-investment analysis option in the appropriation request. But what is the settings from PS from IM side? This is the place. Specify yield curve for determining net present value. Specify value date for determining net present value. These are the two nodes. So here we need to come. Okay, and here for currency wise, for year wise, okay, so here it is defined only for 90, 91, 90. So we have to define it for current year. And then this yield curve, let's say if for currency, for USD currency, I'm selecting it. Enter a reference interest rate. So here interest rate we need to enter, reference interest rate. So between USD and Euro, what is the rate difference you are taking? And then maintain interest. What is the interest? This is something they have to do it. This cash flow management. It is basically only notes are given, but it is nowhere not sufficient to go for it. So here it is interest rate 20. Interest rate is given, and then system will calculate your net present value accordingly as per the settings defined here. Okay, and here we need to go for the approval. I'll capture this approval because it's a lengthy process to understand in my next session, and then we will move for this some settings here in project as investment measure. Okay, here how we can create a investment profile, and then we will move to PS. Okay, so probably in next session we will finish almost this PS IM overview, and then we will move to PS. Okay. So any question, please? Are you doing the practice? Are you getting any questions, any hurdles to do the practice?
Rama Sukmaran, that appropriate request in the variant, the plan value I can't able to distribute yearly. What is the setting for the I want to distribute yearly? Where want to set the setting?
Appropriation request planning profile, you need to do the changes.
Yeah.
So this is the place you come here and appropriation request here, planning, the user field, coding was planning, go to the cost planning here, define planning profile for cost planning. This is the place.
Okay, if
So
you
if you are
click
selecting-
annually, then I can distribute.
Correct. If you are selecting annual, then only you can do that yearly.
Okay, same like that, the budget profile also, na? That budget
Correct.
also I want to that distribute yearly. So
Same provision. Okay. So thank you guys. Keep practicing. If you are having any question, be ready in the next session. I'll go with the let's say if we are finishing it fast. Let's say if we are finishing in 30 minutes that remaining topics, then I'll go for some question and answer. And if you are having any questions, please be ready.
Sharma, one quick question. Srinivas here.
Yes.
Whatever the server access you guys have given, this is ECC server. There is no, is there even a SAP HANA server also with you guys?
HANA, see, there is as per the process. I'm saying from first day, there is a no difference as per the process wise. Only HANA, if you are going for HANA, you will have some Fury. Okay, that's it. But if you understand as per the process wise, there is no difference. And apart from that, in S4 HANA, we don't have any IDES system. If I'm giving you, I'm having one IDES. Oh, sorry, I'm having one system, HANA system. But if I'm giving you, there will be no master data, nothing. So if you are stuck at any place, you have to create it. So maybe you will stuck in IM program itself. You will not move forward. Okay, so better to understand the process, to understand the everything, because see, first our main motive is to understand the process. Second, the functionality, how we are using. Third is configuration. If everything is same, so we should understand we should go with the practice. I can share, but what will happen? Let's say if any master data is not there, you have to create by your own. If your understanding is not clear, then you will be stuck there. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank